of the year, Hei-Rin Ryu, and Rose Zhang, who is also making her CME Group Tour Championship debut. Welcome, ladies. Hei-Rin, I'll kick it off with the first question, and it's an easy one. You were named Rookie of the Year just this week, earlier in the week, and I just want to know how happy you are to have achieved that honor in your first year.
I want to translate for the David, but I just speak English. And it's the first time I'm playing in the CME in the year this week. But yeah, it's so exciting now because first time I play here, and many players want to play this week. But yeah, I can make it, and then it's so exciting now.
Mm-hmm. At what point in the season did you think you could win Rookie of the Year? And how long has that been a goal for you this season?
시즌 언제쯤에 이제 신인상 탈 수 있겠다라고 생각이 들었는지, 그리고 얼마 동안 이게 이번 시즌에
됐고요. 시즌 시작하기 전부터 목표였고요. 근데 솔직히 확정이 나기 전에 한 월마트 끝나고 나서부터는 이제 할 수 있겠다라는 자신감이 생겼고, 목표는 시즌 첫 번째부터 신인상이 목표였던 것 같아요.
Is the mic on?
Yep.
Okay. So before the season, it was my goal to win the Rookie of the Year. Be honest, I think after I won at Walmart, I thought I had a pretty good chance. But in terms of the goal-wise, it was even before the season started.
Awesome. Rose, I'll kick it over to you next. Your first CME Group Tour Championship. I know it's been a wild year for you with a win, your first win coming in this summer to earn you membership. How happy are you to be here, and how would you say your season has been overall?
I'm so grateful. Just starting off in June, it was kind of my debut, and everything followed quickly after. Playing all the majors and then getting all those sponsor exemptions, then not needing those sponsor exemptions, and then playing all throughout Asia. It's just been a really busy season, but very fulfilling. So I'm really glad to be here, and just being here, being able to compete this week, let alone, is already a great achievement for me.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the biggest things you've learned this season that you're maybe going to take into your first full season on the LPGA Tour next year?
Yeah, a lot of life lessons thus far. I feel like all I wanted was to really learn what it's like inside the ropes, really learn how to, kind of take care of my team, handle my body, navigate kind of the dynamics of both media and golf. I've been trying to focus on, the big picture of everything, and I think that's kind of the biggest thing. I just wanted to kind of have fun, build relationships, and ultimately that's kind of what I did.
Awesome. I'd love to open it up to the room for those who have questions. Steve, go ahead and kick us off.
Rose, almost a year ago this week, you guys were at the Eastlake Cup, and now you're at the Tour Championship. Could you, in your wildest dreams, have imagined how the last year had progressed?
I honestly couldn't, because actually this was the same time last year where I kind of talked to Coach Walker and decided that maybe tour golf was out there for me, and following my sophomore year, I wanted to try to pursue it. And after NCAAs, obviously everything came really quick. But in these short months, 5-6 months, never would have imagined myself even be in contention and playing CME. And I feel like, I guess everything's happened so quickly. Last week, I was able to go back to Stanford, say hi to my teammates, say hi to my coach, friends, and it's definitely a very different world that I wouldn't have imagined myself be in right now.
Hi, Rose. Reading your transcripts in Japan, it sounded like you were pretty tired. You've had a big year. What have you learned about? Well, I guess first, how are you energy-wise, and And what have you learned about spacing out your schedule maybe next year?
Yeah, well, I got half a week of rest coming back from Japan. I had another sponsor outing, but I feel like energy-wise, we're yearning for a little bit more of just that little break. You know, I just hope to end the year off with the best efforts that I can put out on the golf course. But following next year, I'm definitely taking a little bit more of a break in the beginning of the year before starting off the rest of the season with plenty of golf tournaments to play. I'm also going back in January to school, so it'll be a good time for me to be grinding somewhere else apart from the golf course.
Can you remind us of how the system works, like the quarter system? You'll be from January to what studying, and how many classes will you be taking?
Yep. So Stanford is a quarter system. Every quarter is 10 weeks, and school starts in winter quarter January to March to close to the end of March, and that includes finals weeks and whatnot. So I'll be kind of taking that time to go back and study in person. And, we have the Asia swing, we have the Florida swing, so it's to be determined on whether or not I'm playing those yet.
And how many classes will you take?
I'm taking 5 classes,
Holy smokes.
22 units potentially. If I'm slacking off a little bit, 20.
Wow.
I kind of have to. It's something that I have to grind on.
Thank you.
Oh, 5 classes.
units are you for graduation?
I am 55% done with my graduation, so I have like 90 units left. 85, which means I'm gonna have to be working a little harder the next couple years if I want to kind of simultaneously play golf and study.
Talked about learning lessons out of the LPG so far. If you could go back to yourself ahead of Liberty National, what would you tell yourself that you know now that you didn't know then?
I would tell myself that I think the biggest lesson is that it's okay to say no. And yes, you have your responsibilities and obligations for media, for sponsor outings, but ultimately you have to learn how to take care of yourself and your own work, your own craft, and that's to be playing at your best on the golf course. So for me, I've heard that from so many veterans, but I haven't really experienced it for myself, where sometimes it is a requirement for you to say no just so that you can make sure that you're 100% every time you're out there, regardless of whether you're competing on the golf course or even, doing media. You want to make sure that you're full energy, ready to go.
Are you planning to plan any LPG events while you're in school during that first quarter?
Maybe 1 or 2, but if I'm going to be taking 22 units, it's a little hard.
Hey, Rose, I hope I asked this question appropriately, but I just listened to an interview with Danielle King kind of relating her first year on tour to where she's at now and how unself-aware she was and how she's still learning about the history of the game. I think because of your success, you've obviously taken a total different path, but she felt like she was on autopilot for her first year out here. How much are you learning about your self-awareness, and would you say that there is a little bit of autopilot that happens when things were coming at you so fast like they have been?
100%. I think that especially when things come your way really quickly, it's very natural to just resort to being autopilot, especially when you're fatigued and tired. But I will say that sometimes it's necessary to be on that kind of autopilot dynamic and level, but you don't really want that to happen a lot.
Is that something that you have recognized or that somebody's pointed out to you, or it's just the nature of the beast because of how things have unfolded?
I think to some level, every single player out here, because it's such a long year and everyone's grinding, they're all on autopilot at some point in their season or career. I think I've developed a self-awareness to where I realized that I've been just autopilot, trying to handle everything, but not really thinking through things. So definitely have been feeling it. I have been on autopilot a little bit in Asia, but apart from that, I think it's good to self-reflect a little bit.
And to our Rookie of the Year, curious for you, digesting everything, what has been for you the highlight or moment that has been like, pinch me, this is happening?
It's a World Championships, I think, in that console. Because, yeah, I'm first time winning in the tour, and yeah, it's so grateful for the World.
Thank you.
Hey Rose, I was talking to Alexa Pano, and she talked about how her friendship with you guys kind of being at the same point in your career,
Yep.
Was important to have someone else kind of the same position she is. How much did that help you, the friendship with her? And also, she said once she won, it was kind of surreal thinking that you guys are close friends, and here you both have won on the LPGA tour.
Yeah, 100%. I actually grew up with her in junior golf, and we even played our first invitationals together at the Annika, which was here in Florida. So we go a long way back. We've played junior Solheim Cups together, junior Ryder Cup, played a lot of championships, and developed that relationship. Alexa and I are just really good friends, and when she was out here, she turned pro earlier than me. She's been out here grinding, and I've seen how dedicated and driven she was, and it really inspired everyone around me, including myself, to push ourselves harder to that tour level. But now that she's got a professional win, I've got a professional win, it's kind of weird to think that we were kids and then now we're on tour, pretty similar in just same age, and being able to have success out here. It's really, really just cool to see this dynamic.
Since we're talking so much about school, it seems appropriate to ask you, what grade would you each give yourselves and how you've handled your first season out here on the LPGA Tour?
Grade?
You go first.
Okay. I'm thinking. I'm thinking B.
B.
A solid B.
B.
Why? What?
B.
B.
Just a B.
I was thinking B because, it's. I don't know. I just feel like I could have done a lot better in ways of kind of handling myself on tour, and I feel like there's always room for improvement. When it's A, I feel like everything's just very solid. You know what you're doing. But as of now, I feel like there's still a lot more room to improve on, and I think I can do better. I think yours is A. Rookie of the Year.
B plus.
Why just B+? Why not an A?
Cause I had a cutoff for the street time on the year, and I think it's same as a Rose is all of the solid play. I can make some A, but B plus is I think is the best.
All right, I'll put you on the spot one more time. If you had to describe your rookie season in just a single word, what would you use?
One word. Fulfilling. Oh my.
One word. Rose 뭐라고 했어요?
What did I say? Fulfilling.
Fulfilling. it's new.
That's solid.
I love that. Anyone else down here? Oh, yeah, Chantel has one more. Oh, okay, Ronnie, go ahead, please.
Ronnie.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Who's your favorite player on the tour? It's Ronnie.
Oh. Favorite player on tour? I think it's Ron Dog.
Ron.
Thank you, our dog.
Okay, this might be a little fun too, Rose. We had Rachel on SiriusXM a little while ago, and she mentioned something about a rib that you brought her. What's that story, or can we tell it? Maybe that's offline.
No, it's a really funny story actually, and not a lot of people know about it. But it was this year at Nationals where, we were it was so funny because last year at NCAA's we roomed together, and then this year she was having that surgery and her first rib got removed, so she has this little bone that's in this little container in a plastic bag. She actually brought it to Nationals, and we were rooming together again, so then we decided to make it a joke and have her put her rib in my golf bag during the practice round of the NCAA's. Safe to say that I didn't carry it with me throughout the tournament, but I can tell you that that rib was in my golf bag for a solid 24 hours. And we came back and was like, that's the most low-key disturbing thing that we could have done with her rib. But, Rachel and I are a little bit weird too. So it was really funny for the whole team and us.
Attached at the rib instead of the hip.
Yeah.
Do you still have possession of it?
I do not. I gave it back to the rightful owner. I can tell you that she was literally a part of my journey at NCAA's. So
glad I got clarification on that.
There was that. No, I don't have her bone. I think it's with her now.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.